The time is here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our online unicorn pitches Indonesia. Please mute yourself while you are not requested to speak to make sure that we don't get interrupted. And we're here today to allow the best startups to pitch live to our great panel of expert judges, as well as the audience that is currently seeing us and will see us worldwide. And as we continue to wait for the borders to open, to be able to see each other face to face finally, I am grateful that today we still have the privilege to, even if remotely, be together here, discovering the best innovations in store for us here at the Unicorn Pitches. So as I've shared in the past, and for those of you that have never joined our events at Falcon, we always aim to partner with the best of the world. And that is why today we join efforts with Startup Network to bring this event to you. In case you're not aware, let me also share with you that the Unicorn Events are an open competition as well as a business event for startups, and the largest event by geography and by the numbers of events held so far. Unicorn Battle started back in 2009 and have done enormous numbers of events all over the world. Events like the one we are having today, allowing the best startups to meet famous investors and business angels, as well as forging important connections. So far, I am also happy to say that Startup Network, in collaboration with country partners like us, aim to make a real impact that helps startups get the funding that they need. And as you can see in the numbers below, up to date, a good sum of money has been deployed and received by the winners worldwide. And not to mention, of course, the amazing connections that they have been building. Every startup pitching live has a great opportunity to interact personally with our wonderful guests, VCs, business angels, and we like making people happy. And I really hope that these events can bring great deals to all of you and give you the exposure that you need. So now I would like to introduce you to the Managing Director of Falcon Crest Limited, Mr. Oi Hua Beng. I'm sure that many of you already know him. And he will be sharing with us some words as well as a little bit about Falcon Crest before I proceed to introduce the judges for our event today. So over to you, Mr. Oi.
Well, thank you, Maribel. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to today's event, the Battle Unicorn for Indonesia. I'm sure you'll be able to hear some interesting projects, some brilliant ideas from Indonesia, how these startups are going to help you make some money, or hopefully a lot more. First of all, I'd like to thank all the participants, the contestants, for joining us to make this event happen. And I would also like to thank all the panel of judges from the esteemed VC and angel investor community, many of whom are friends. Yeah, we have worked together for some time. So it's good to see you all again. And so today is all about the competition, and it's not about Falcon Crest. So suffice to say that Falcon Crest is an investment advisory firm that now has looked at focusing on the startup ecosystem. So we work with family offices, ultra high net worth individuals, and some angel investors in our community to help bring them good opportunities. Yeah. For in the startup community. So without further ado, let me pass the mic back to Maribel, who will start off this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Oi. And now, before we start the pitching competition, I would like to greet all our honorable judges who have volunteered their valuable time to our event today. So thank you so much for that. And dear judges, please introduce yourself as well as the funds or companies that you represent. You will have 1 minute for it. So please point out the industry, the check size, and the geographical location of the startups that you invest in. Let me start with Stephen Young, who is a managing partner at Local LLC. Stephen, over to you.
Sorry, I'm dialing from mobile, so I'm not sure I get enough bandwidth. I'm based out of Hong Kong, Asia's World City, where we connect big ideas and big funds to help all the entrepreneurial dreams come true. We're industry agnostic and looking forward to all the different pitches. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Now I would like to pass the word to Dr. Daniel Gambero, CEO of Ray Group and Propenomy.com. Over to you, Dr. Daniel.
Thank you, Maribel. I am Dr. Daniele Gambero, also known in the market as a propenomist. You can Google and find about me more through this funny word. I am the co-founder and CEO of Ray Group of Companies. It is a powerhouse of data collection and data analysis for the property market, property developers, government agencies, and I'm also the president of Malaysian PropTech Association, a fast-growing non-government, non-profit association which is bringing the expansion and the growth and following the growth of PropTech not only in Malaysia but in all Southeast Asia. And I'm looking forward to hear great things from the 10 participants today. Just go straight to the point, don't fear, and put your soul in. I'm sure we will see wonderful things. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your words, Daniel. I really appreciate it. Next, we have Andrew Wong, co-founder of E3 Hubs. Over to you, Andrew.
Thank you, Maribel. Thank you, Falcon Quest, for inviting me to be one of the judges for today. It's indeed a privilege and honor to be judging Indonesian startup. I'm actually involved in the business incubation industry. I've been incubating startups since 2005, and startup is a passion for me. And I'm also looking forward to look at what we have in Indonesia as we expand into Indonesia next year. So all the best to all the contestants, and looking forward to see that opportunity to work together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Next, we have Cairo Rajal, managing partner and co-founder of Recanex. And please tell us what is your industry, check size, and geographical location of the startups that you invest in. Over to you, Cairo. Cairo, are you here with us? Okay, maybe it's a connection issue. We will then move to Ima Agustin. She is the GM at Keiretsu Forum Singapore, and we're excited to have her here with us today. So please tell us what is your industry, check size, and geographic allocation. Thank you, Ima.
Thanks, Maribel. Welcome all, and happy to be here. So Keiretsu Forum is actually an angel platform based out of the Valley. We have 55 chapters around the world, and I'm in charge of operations for Singapore. So basically, we do invest from a seed stage to a bridge round to Series B, and we are focusing on all sectors and all geographies. So opening to hear some exciting pitches, and hopefully we can also come in with investments. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ima. Up next, we have Jilung Ong, Director of Ventures at Plug and Play Tech for APAC. Over to you, Jilung.
Thanks, Maribel, and thanks, Mr. Ooi, for inviting. I lead the ventures team for Plug and Play APAC across Southeast Asia. So I'm headquartered in Singapore, but there's also other locations in the region, such as Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines. What the ventures team does is we do the sourcing and also investments for Plug and Play. And just a quick intro about Plug and Play. We're a global corporate innovation platform. We currently work with 500 plus corporate partners globally across 18 different industry verticals. What we do is we help them source for relevant startups and relevant technologies. That's one side of the business. On the other side, we're also investors. So we invest on early stage companies, pre-seed to maximum pre-series A. Our check sizes is between 50 to 150K, and we invest across all verticals. Yeah, and that's it. Thanks for inviting.
Thank you so much for the intro. And up next, we have Aldo Shinoni, founder and CEO of Falcon Peru, but also we're really appreciative to having him today with us because it's 2 a.m. Virginia, where he is joining us. So thank you, Aldo, and over to you.
Yes, hi. I'm very excited to participate at the Indonesia pitches. As you mentioned, I am based in Lima, Peru, and also participated this is my second year in Unicorn.Events, and now Unicorn pitches as you are now. In Peru, I'm running some VCs, and also we are doing the effort to conduct the Unicorn pitches in my country. We are mostly focused in seed and early start stages, sector agnostic, to support the development of the ecosystem, of the startup ecosystem. No? And good luck to all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aldo, for joining us. And up next, we have Navinda, Nepal, Director of Southeast Asia for MOX.
Hi, great to be back here again. This is the second round in. I'm glad to see all the familiar faces again. And thanks again for supporting. So if you know the last time, but again, if you don't know, so I'm Navin. I'm from the Southeast Asia Director for SOSB. So industry focus for primarily in Southeast Asia is primarily B2C areas, especially in the areas of mobility. And the check size is in the seed stage of about 150K USD with follow-on investments. And geo-wise, not limited to only just Indonesia, Southeast Asia, but also the connected geos with Indonesia. In this case, other Islamic markets like Middle East or South Asia for that matter.
Thank you so much for sharing, Navin. And we have Mustaqim Mustafa also here with us, Senior Investment Analyst at Ficus Venture Capital. Mustaqim, over to you.
All right. Thanks, Maribel. Afternoon, everyone. My name is Mustaqim. You can just call me Moose. I'm the Senior Analyst at Ficus VC. We're a sector-agnostic, Sharia-compliant VC fund based out of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We have a Southeast Asia mandate, a relatively small fund. So we focus on pretty much seed to Series A deals with a typical check size of about 1 to 5 million ringgit. So that's roughly about 200 to $1 million US. I'm very happy to be here. Still a very small fly among all the big boys out here, but honored to have been invited, and I'm looking forward for a great event. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us again. I really appreciate all of your time. And up next, we have Anders Nordal, COO of Mixmove.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody, and Maribel, thank you for being able to join one more time. I'm the CEO for Mixmove. It's a Norwegian tech startup in the logistics space, but I'm also working with tech startups in Canada, as well as an angel investors in fintech and e-com operations in both UK and New Zealand, based here in Singapore, and typically between $22,000 to $200,000 is the normal entry point for what we do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anders. And up next, we have Dr. Siva. He's a senior partner and co-founder of Scale Up Malaysia. Please, Dr. Siva, let us know your industry, check size, and geographical location. And I'm so sorry, I just realized it's a Scale Up Malaysia. Please just share with us what you do. We're very, very happy that you're here with us again.
Thank you very much, Maribel. Happy to be here as well. So I'm senior partner of an accelerator in Malaysia called Scale Up Malaysia. We are one of the most active investors in the region. We have already done 20 investments over the last year plus. We are looking at doing another 10 in the most recent cohort that we just started. We are industry agnostic, but we do look only at technology companies. So far, we find that, there's a lot of exciting companies, not just in Malaysia, but in the region. Most of our investments are in Malaysian companies, and although we are called Scale Up Malaysia, we do have founders from outside Malaysia that we have invested in, from Egypt, from the US, from Singapore, and soon hopefully from Indonesia as well, because we do have Indonesian companies in our accelerator as well. Our focus really is on scale-up companies, which means it's not for very early stage companies. You must already have product market fit. You must have revenue. We are looking at revenue of about $75,000 at least in the last 6 months. And we work with these companies to scale and grow their businesses, and we help them with their fundraising as well. And some of our companies have recently been raising some funds, so you should see us in the news pretty soon as well. Thank you, Marina.
Thank you so much, Dr. Siva. And I think that is great news and exciting for all the startups taking part in here today with us. And up next, we have Vishal. He is the CEO at the Falcon Group. Vishal, over to you.
Thanks. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here. Second time around, see some familiar faces. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here. Always happy to help startups, and my good friend Oe. It's been a while since we caught up for a drink. It should happen soon. But we're a single family office. Absolutely, it's long overdue. We're a single family office based out of New York, London, Singapore, Hong Kong. I have my daughter with me, by the way, so in case she feels the need to introduce herself, she's 8 months old. She will make it known. I'm a fashion tech entrepreneur, built and sold 4 businesses. We invest in consumer brands, hardware, in developed markets. Check size 100,000 going up to 5 million. Was a founder of Elite Models in London, based out of Singapore at the moment. And yeah, happy to be here.
Thank you so much, Vishal, and your daughter is more than welcome. And it's great that you're starting her early. Thank you so much for being here with us.
If she doesn't like a deal, she cries.
Okay, now we know. And up next, we have Joyce. Ms. Joyce, are you here with us? Actually, Joyce is the partner of iGlobe Partners. She texted me this morning saying she wasn't feeling that great and she would join if she felt a bit better. So I guess she's still not feeling very well. So I really hope that she gets well, and, healing thoughts over to you, Ms. Joyce, whenever you watch this. I'll send you the recording. And up next, we have Mr. Prantik Masmudar, Managing Director of the CXM Group at Denso, Singapore.
Thanks, Maribel. Very good afternoon to everyone. I'm Prantik. I look at one of the business units at Denso, Singapore. Originally founded a company called Happy Marketer, which we eventually sold to the Denso Group 2 years ago. I grew up in Indonesia, so obviously Indonesia is very close to my heart. Last 20 years in Singapore. And outside of Denso, I do look at investing into startups either through VCs or angel syndicates. So yeah, looking forward to the pitches today and connecting with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Prantik. So happy to have you with us. And up next, we have Renee Tan, founder and managing director of Hashtags Pty Ltd. So welcome, Renee.
Hi, thank you, Maribel. I'm Renee from Hashtags. We uplift businesses in brand transformation and internationalization. We're based in Singapore and Malaysia. Also the founder of HER Entrepreneur, an omni-channel media platform with an ecosystem of entrepreneurs, corporate leaders, government, and investors across Asia, interested in pre-seed to Series A with greater interest in mostly technology businesses. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Renee. And last but not least, we have Malika Haiyani, Investment Associate at AC Ventures. Welcome, Malika.
Thank you, Maribel, and good afternoon to everyone as well. My name is Malika, but you can call me Ma, so much easier. So yeah, I work with AC Ventures. We're an early stage technology venture capital fund that invests in Indonesia, actually. So That's our primary market. We work to kind of search for the next digital disruptors in the region. So ACV is a product of a merger between Convergence Ventures and Ageti Ventures, and so together we have three fronts, and we've actually got a track record of about 80 technology ventures that we've invested in. I think some of you guys might have heard of Carsum, Payfast, Mocapus, which got acquired by Gojek, Coinworks, and many more. So our job is to leverage our insights from all of our previous investments, and also our support services and global network to actually empower our founders and work very closely with them. So we're sector agnostic. We typically invest in the early stages between seed to Series A, but we've been a little flexible off late, going up to Series B as well. So yeah, that's a little bit about us. I basically mostly cover the consumer space, covering e-commerce, logistics, a little bit of agri-tech as well. And then we're sector agnostic, but fintech, logistics, and e-commerce seem to be our top most interesting sectors. So just a little bit about that as well.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you here with us. And thank you everyone for the great introductions. Before we start our event, let me explain to you how we will vote today. So dear judges, some of you know the drill. But to start voting, all you have to do is click on your personal link shared with you via email as well as WhatsApp. You will then be redirected to the event page. You will have to scroll the page to the startup session, and then you will see the logos and marks beneath. You will have to mark depending on investment potential from 1 to 5, where 5 is the highest mark and 1 is the lowest. So pay attention that you have to put marks without any confirmation button. So if you don't see any confirmation button, it's okay. And also note that you will be able to change the marks before the voting is closed, and I will let you know before I close it. Okay, so now it is time to start with the most awaited part of our event, the pitch. I would like to remind the startups that you have been selected today for a reason. There is and there will be huge audience listening to you worldwide, as this event will also be broadcasted on our social media platforms. Then it'll be on YouTube, on Facebook, on the different channels. So this is your opportunity to reach a lot of investors that can connect you with thousands of other investors. So keep your answers on point, be clear, be direct. This is your chance to win more attention. So all the best of lucks to you. Each founder will have 3 minutes for pitching and then 3 minutes for Q&A. We will advise, we advise not to mention any fundraising out loud because we are broadcasting live all over the world. And some countries might have restrictions in this regard. So remember also that the winner of today's battle will go to the regional Unicorn Battle Southeast Asia on October 14. Each pitch will be timed once your slides are up and once you're ready to start. At the 3-minute mark, you will hear the alarm, and then please help us wrap up. Without further ado, please meet our first startup pitching today, B33BUP. So Peter and Nathaniel, you are the lucky one today to be the one opening our pitching session. Please show your deck and let me know that you're ready.
All right.
I'll start the timer.
Okay. We want to share our screen, but it said that you cannot start screen share while the other participating is sharing.
Yes, I stopped sharing now, so you should be able to share.
Yeah. All right.
Brilliant. Can you please just make it big?
All right. Thank you for having us.
Wait. Can you please put it in full screen?
Full screen?
Yes.
You need to click on view, I think.
Okay, if you cannot make it full, it's okay. You can share your screen, then I'll let you know when to start.
Okay. Can you see the screen? Is that okay?
We cannot see your screen.
You cannot see? Okay. Just 1 minute. In here. Yeah. Can you see the screen now?
Yes,
Okay?
can see it now. Okay, perfect. So your 3 minutes start.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Your 3 minutes start now.
Thank you for having us. I'm Peter.
And I'm Marlene.
We are from Bali, Indonesia, and we are founder of Bibo. We love micro and small businesses, and we believe they need more support. We are building short video platform for micro and small businesses. It helps them to market to customer nearby. Would love to share some of our feature. 33 seconds, we learned that the market love short video. Market to customer nearby is the heaven for micro and small businesses around us. Food and beverage, our focus at the moment is on food and beverage. Our product is launched about 10 months ago, and we are serving 150 merchants, more than 150,000 platform visits, over 4 cities in Indonesia. We're excited and we're looking forward to keep expanding to more cities, to get more merchant and to get more visitor as we are learning and growing and working on product market fit. This is some of the insight we love to share. So market love free delivery, and we learned that 55% offer free delivery in our platform. Market love short video, and 67% is the micro and small business love our concept. We have received plenty of video, and we would love to share one video. So there's a man from West Java, from traditional community, and the video feature of a couple of men climbing up the tree and then working with traditional tools and handling like a beehive. He finally come down with this big gigantic beehive full of honey. You can see in here. The product is ready to market, and he offer free delivery. This is insight for us because we learned that both traditional community and the modern community use our product, and it's being used by men and women, young and old. We love it, and yeah, we're excited and looking forward to keep improving, to grow, and to working on product market fit. Thank you for your time.
Okay, so now we have 3 minutes of Q&A. Let me start the timer, and the judges can start asking questions now.
Can you explain to us the revenue model? It's quite interesting what you are saying and sharing, but a bit, I mean, how are you thinking to scale it up and the revenue model that you are using?
At the moment, we don't have any revenue, and down the line, we are thinking about adding like a payment system on our platform, and we're thinking maybe we take like a little fee from transaction.
Transaction happens through your platform?
That's right.
Is any marketplace, right?
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Maribel, if I can ask a question. Peter,
Yes,
thank you
please
very
go
much for
ahead.
your presentation. I have two questions. Firstly, how do you acquire users to actually start using the platform? And secondly, how do you acquire the merchants who are getting onto the platform? Okay. And how do you scale up your user numbers as well?
All right. So the user, we learned that the market loves free delivery for a transaction nearby, customer nearby. So and 55% offer free delivery in our platform, and we broadcast that on our channel like Facebook and social media, and to get like either a customer or like more merchant to join us.
So you do everything via social media. Is that what you're saying?
At the moment, yes, that's what we're doing, yes.
So it's not like a location-based service where if they come near the shop and then it will ping them and show them a video of the shop. It's not something like that.
Yes, it's based on location. So if someone in, like we are searching for city at the moment, if someone in Bandung or Jakarta, and then they can see all the micro and small businesses showing their videos. Some of them selling like honey and other like food and beverage product.
Okay, thank you.
One question, who is your competence?
Is that okay to name a brand, or is not?
Or you are competing with some other in the market, or you are alone doing that?
Yes, you know, because micro and small businesses at the moment, they can use like Gojek, GoFood, or like GrabFood. But then we learned that it's too complicated, it's overregulated. Our platform is easy onboarding.
And about the first question, your monetization model, right now you are not charging anything.
Thank you so much for your explanation. Time is up now. Thank you all the judges also.
Okay. Stop sharing.
Can you hear me?
Maribel, I think you got issues, huh? It's a bit breaking your voice, and just now you were frozen.
Hi, I think that the connection was lost. Sorry for the technical difficulties that we had. And thank you so much, Peter, for the explanation. Unfortunately, the time is up. So it is time for us to move to our next startup of the day. So up next, we have Anna Yamuchi and Lumiris. So please, Anna, get ready your deck so that you can start presenting.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me today. Thank you for the opportunity. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, I can see screen now, and your 3 minutes start now.
Thank you so much. Well, Remiras is an online platform. We are Femtech startup from Malaysia. Let me introduce myself. I'm Anna from Japan. I'm founder and CEO of Remiras. I'm serial co-founder of medical tourism platform, Myriad. Infertility is a global public health issue. 1 out of 6 couples infertility, and 50% of couples are unable to conceive a child. Third year of having unprotected sex. There are some problems for women right now. First, mental health issues. Second, treatment costs. And third, unsureness of reliable information. In order to solve this problem, Luminos offer online platform, and physical spaces, and send our customers to school fertility center and provide the right treatment, and also provide some educational contents and events regarding fertility topics, and collaborate with B2B2C and support their marketing. This is our growth strategy. We like to be one-stop fertility support platform where customer can easily access to fertility contents and also connect directly to fertility coaches, doctors, and our platform. We established the company in 2020 September. Once completely in September, we have been selected for Accelerator program, which is one of the biggest accelerator in 2020 global fertility market size was 14 billion by 2030, and Asia Pacific fertility market size in 2020 was 6.5 billion and going to be 14 billion by 2030. Infertility women's population in Malaysia is 4, and Indonesia is at 8 million. You may concern that why don't you start? Why I started? Yes, Malaysia has high success rate of fertility treatments and also fertility centers make it high standards, and also with the multi-ethnic countries. Indonesia has unique potential, so we are going to expand to this market very soon. So we have two reasons why we should do this business right now. First, femtech market is growing. In 2018, femtech market was 17 billion, are going to be 15 billion by 2025. And Malaysian government and employer have this is our business model. For B2C, we will be charging monthly subscription of $10 to $35, and we start B2B2C collaboration, and we charge around $6 per month, and we get around 10% of free from fertility center. This and then we mainly do marketing on our media. This is our competitor. There is we have in Japan.
Thank you so much. Please wrap up as your time is up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So now I'll give time for the 3 minutes of Q&A. So judges, please feel free to ask any questions that you may have. And the time starts now.
One question, because I don't know, maybe it's my connection, but I've been hearing less than 10% of the presentation. Is it the same also for the other judges?
Yes, Daniele, it was not a good.
Totally kind. Yeah, breaking and extremely unaudible.
Maribel's internet connection is not stable as well.
Yeah, it's very unstable. Maribel connection is very, very unstable. And I guess also Anna was not so good, unfortunately.
I can hear.
Oh, okay. So there is.
Can I recommend that if everyone turns off the video?
Yeah, probably is better.
Including the presenter, and just focus on the presentation. I think we can hear better. It will be more effective than seeing the faces and not hearing.
Yeah, good suggestion. Maribel, are you back? Maribel? Mr. Oi?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear, but it's breaking up as well. So.
Yeah, I don't know what is happening.
Maybe Maribel is mute.
I don't know. I really couldn't hear most of the presentation about Lumiros.
Listen to one's presentation.
Sorry?
Yeah, I think maybe we can just do this. We continue with the questions, and Anna can answer. Make a very quick summary of the business the nature of the business, and then we can move on. Yeah.
Maybe Anna, try to do a 1-minute summary. I'm sorry about it. I know how you must feel.
Okay. Yeah, so basically we are a fertility support platform from Malaysia. So we are supporting infertility women and couples. Then right now, we are providing the fertility coaching thing, and also we connect our customer. We send a customer to fertility centers, and also we provide the educational contents on our platform.
Okay. When your platform has been launched?
We launched our last product launched December 2020 last year.
So it's 9 months older, right?
Yes.
Okay, Maribel, I don't know. There have been plenty of interruption in the thing. I would say Anna deserves at least 1 more minute for Q&A from the judges, from my personal point of view.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. These technical difficulties happens, and there's no way we can control them. So I'm gonna give you 1.5 minutes more, Anna, just to be fair to you, because there was some interruption. So please, judges, feel free to ask her more questions. I'll start the 1.5 minutes now.
Okay, Anna, what is your model? How you are getting onboarding couples or women with fertility problem, and how you bring them along the journey?
Right. Yeah, this is quite taboo topic, so it's difficult for us to get the customer. But we try to do marketing on our social media, like especially on Instagram. Then we get their WhatsApp number and contact information, and we try to understand what they have been through, and we try to communicate and then understand. Then we are kind of upselling our product right now.
Okay. How do you build up the trust? Because I think this is one of the big pillar for this type of portal, right?
Yes, how to build I personally experienced miscarriage before, so I totally understand how difficult and how tough their journey. So I do always tell them my story first to open up their mind, and and break break their feelings. Then we get those. So far we have around like 300 to 400 community. So far we built 300 to 400 community.
Last question from my end. How many you have been onboarding till now? How many users of your platform have you been onboarding?
So far, in total, like we have like around 100 to 200. Like not so much, to be honest.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. And congratulations. Very nice thing
Anna,
you're doing.
just one question. What is your main differentiator with the other competitors?
Yes, the main differentiator is there are many platforms, of supporting infertility issues, but we are the one-stop platform where we cover from pre-pregnancy, pre-infertility to post-pregnancy. Like we cover all the stages customer. So that's one of the differentiations.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anna. And up next, we have Alkaline. So we will have Haiyani with us. Please, Haiyani, if you could share your screen with us and get ready for your pitch.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much, Maribel. Okay, I will start my share screen, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yep.
We can see your screen. Can you make it full screen?
It's already full screen.
Perfect.
Yeah,
So
Maribel, can I suggest you? Can I suggest you to stop your video, Maribel?
Please start.
Okay, I will start. Thank you, everyone. Hello, I'm Haiyani, founder and CEO Alkaline. We are growing good Indonesian migrant workers with interactive learning. Currently, there are 2.2 million Indonesian skilled migrant workers spread in more than 80 countries around the globe. And the demand of Indonesian skilled migrant workers keep increasing from years to years. And based on recent data, the number may increase up to 1.6 million for this year and next year. The top two highest demand comes from Japan with 145,000 Indonesian skilled workers needed and Germany with 146,000. Unfortunately, the demand fulfillment up to July 2021 is less than 1%. Now let's take a look what's going on. Last year, I met a girl named Daisy, 21-year-old from a poor family in Tasikmalaya. She really wants to get a job in Japan as a caregiver. So she paid $1,250 for a 12-month training. And after that, she got accepted as a caregiver assistant. Not really the job she wants, but she took it anyway. It's a 3-year contract with $700 salary per month. Now, how come Daisy experienced all of those things? Traditional training center is 100% offline, boarding class, expensive, time-consuming, and it's a traditional teaching with limited soft skill development. Now, what if we can help Daisy get a better training so she can become better skilled with 40% less time, 50% less cost, so she can have a better livelihood? Here is our solution, is interactive learning for Indonesian migrant workers. We have interactive vocational education content, we have e-learning platform, we have good quality teachers, and we have assignments not only addressing the hard skill, but also the soft skills competencies. Soon in October, we will launch our first online bootcamp, Japan Language Level N5, for all prospective Indonesian migrant workers in Indonesia. Our business model is price per user per training. And our go-to-market strategy is through digital marketing, partnership with e-learning marketplaces, and also partnership with P3MI. P3MI is an Indonesian recruitment company specific for migrant workers. From average yearly 3 million Indonesian skilled migrant workers, potentially, we are focusing in private to private, 6 main province and Japan job opportunity. And our target for the next 12 months is to help 10,000 Indonesian migrant workers become better skilled. Compared to Cakap.com, Skill Academy, and other platforms owned by the training center, we are more interactive content, we are comply with the curriculum, and we want to be a one-stop solution platform for Indonesian migrant workers. And here is our team, me, myself, with expertise in business strategy and digital transformation. We have Mas Eko with expertise in zero-based design, and our angel investor and advisor, Pak Alexander Rusli. And together, we believe we can help more people like Daisy get a good quality training with 40% less time, 50% less cost, so they can become better skilled, get a better job, and better livelihood. Interested with Alkaline? Please feel free to contact me after this. Thank you.
Time. Perfect. Thank you so much, Henny. And now we're going to move on to the 3 minutes of Q&A from the judges. But before we move to the 3 minute of Q&A from the judges, somebody shared on the chat a very good tip. So I would like to share it and hope that it will help the startups that need to present moving forward. So they're saying that one of the major ISP telco in Indonesia has been experiencing trouble during the last 3 days. So you can use your data on the phone to make sure that your connection is stable. So please make sure that your connection is well. We're really excited that you're here with us and we're looking forward to hear from you. And Henny, you've done an amazing job. So I will now pass it over to the judges, and the 3 minute of Q&A start now.
Hi, Henny.
Hi.
Brilliant presentation. Mustakim here. Just a quick one. Are you pre-revenue?
We haven't generated revenue until now because we're about to launch our first online bootcamp in October.
Right. So the first version of your product is only going to be launched in October. It's not just the learning Japanese language.
Yes, that is our first online bootcamp, Japan language. But we have tested our MVP since April 2021 this year.
Right. How do you plan to acquire users, and what's the rough estimate for your cost?
Okay, so we are about our plan to acquisition the user is through digital marketing, and then we have e-learning marketplaces where they have the potential candidate to be Indonesian migrant workers, and also we are partnership with P3MI. P3MI also usually they have this marketing strategy to recruit potential Indonesian migrant workers.
And what's your customer acquisition cost?
Yeah, our CAC is actually 85,000 rupiah. So it's about, sorry, in US, sorry, I have to use, okay, it's like 10%, 5% of the cost. So if the cost is 20, it's around sorry, yes, $5 each.
Okay, thanks.
Haiyani, if I can ask you a question, Dr. Siva here. Do you actually also do the placement of the people that have been trained? Do you work with anyone to say do the placement in Japan or other places? Or do you just train them and somebody else does the placement?
Currently, we have partnership with the recruitment company, but our ultimate goal is we want to have a placement ourselves in the future.
Okay, and with this partnership, if a placement happens, do you get a commission? Do you get a fee from any placement?
Yes, or as per success profession or per success user.
How many percent?
It's about 2 million Indonesia rupiah. So it's around 100. Sorry, 20. Sorry for that. It's about 150
US dollars.
US dollar.
Just last question, can you actually place everybody that you train? Because you say there's huge demand, is that a possibility?
They have to go through several selection process. Yeah, so it's like a psychology test, a certification test, etc. So they have to go through that first.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Henny, and also to all our judges. And up next, we have How Been Jack. So please prepare yourself, and can you please also help us stop sharing so that he can share. So Jack, over to you.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you make your screen full so that we can start your 3 minutes?
Yes. All right, is it full now? Is the screen full?
Full screen, perfect. So
all right.
Your 3 minutes start, yes, your 3 minutes start now. All the best.
Okay. Hi, my name is Jack, and I've been working my whole career in the restaurant industry. So throughout my whole career, I've been working up towards being a manager, and I realized that even if restaurants are full, it doesn't mean that they are profitable. So I often came across these issues, and we often make decisions by gut feeling, which eventually leads us to fail because we can't really make sense of our restaurant data. So as a manager, I was required to make decisions to improve menu sales and profitability. And to do so, I had to manually gather expenses and sales related data, mostly in paper form, so like receipts and invoice, to understand the actual performance of the menu items. And this gets really tedious and messy real quick. So have you ever wondered like why in established chains of franchise, they make it seem like their price is always right? This is because they have data from multiple outlets coupled with demographic data and yielding them actionable strategic decisions. So that was the inspiration that led us to build MenuBase, which is a platform which gathers and aggregate restaurant-related data for independent restaurants. And basically, we digitize your expenses, sales data, and then organize and sort this data, and finally simplify and present the data collected. So MenuBase frees up restaurant managers' time to do more productive things, such as making customers spend more at the dining room instead of sifting through paperwork in the office. So many people can open restaurants, but if they cannot expand without the right system, and as you know, at a growth rate of about 6% year on year, the competitive environment is becoming more and more tough. And there are about 200,000 plus food service outlets in Indonesia. And given that we have about 5 million of addressable market value. So right now, we are at our closed beta testing, improving our MVP based on feedback. And our roadmap is to automate data collection for insights, set up a procurement marketplace, and also aggregate macro restaurant industry data. I'm a research candidate and operating also several restaurants. And here are both of my partners, Derek and Ming. They are tech educators and have been the catalyst for making programming accessible. So in summary, when comparing the operating efficiency of large franchises versus restaurants, they can afford to hire a team, but we can't. So Menu-based is an analytics software designed for restaurants to help create a fair playing field for small and medium restaurants through integrating business data. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jack, for your presentation. And now we'll move forward with the Q&A, 3 minutes. So the 3 minutes for Q&A start now.
Hi, Jack. Moose here.
Hi. Yes.
Who are some of your competitors and how are you different?
So actually our competitors are, as I mentioned, they are mostly accounting software, and also on the other end is POS software. So for point of sale systems, they mostly record the sales, and we focus more on the expenses side. So we want to bring the sales and expenses together on one single platform. And when speaking of accounting software, they are more focused on reporting and sort of like doing your balance sheet for formality purposes. So they are not so much ingrained in the day-to-day operations. Yeah.
Is that also the case with some POS system or restaurant management system like StoreHub, I know Zilnex and a few others?
Yes. So, I mean, for them, they mostly record sales and they don't really take into account the expenses. And although they have an inventory system, but what we do differently is we try to assign different ingredients that we purchase to each menu item. So whenever it's sold, then we can deduct it and the manager can have a real-time view of what's actually happening, how their ingredients are moving.
Cool, thanks.
One question, Mustaqim. What is the main advantage on any restaurant having this solution? What in your MVP, you already had some metrics, some savings or anything that you can tell us?
Oh, so basically it is to save their time. So right now we are testing with 10 restaurants, and it is mostly helping them to identify wastage, and also because we process the invoices as well. So when the employee receives the stock, they can capture an image and we process the invoice data line by line for them. So as managers or owners, they can just see all the data on their mobile tablet.
Are you cash flow positive?
No, at the moment we are pre-revenue. So we are still tweaking and improving the MVP as we speak, because I'm still gathering feedback from these beta tests. So we are quite at the initial stage, I would say.
I believe your setup cost should be quite high, because if you want to get an immediate accounting with a precise indication to the restaurant owner, you have to get all the right ingredient per portion, per serving and so on. Am I right?
Yes, so actually this is set up by the restaurant itself. So they have to input their menu and their recipe so that our system can deduct it diligently, because that's why for managers, if they do this, then they don't have to really look through their paper invoices all the time. We sort of like digitize both their sales data and also expense data. So yes.
Yeah. Clear enough. Your revenue is based on subscription or else?
Correct. In the initial stage, like now, we plan to do a subscription on a subscription basis, which would cost about $20 to $30 a month. And later on, we intend to launch a procurement marketplace because we will be, since we are able to know what ingredients they often purchase.
Please wrap up.
Since we know what they purchase all the time, so we can recommend them what to purchase, so they can do the transaction online, and we will collect a transaction commission.
Okay, interesting. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Jack. And up next, we have Multimedia Podcast with Intanya Fajar. So Intanya, please get ready. Intanya, you're muted. We can see your screen. Can you just make it full and unmute yourself? Are you still muted? Maybe you want to try without the mic.
Okay.
Sometimes.
No.
Yes, now it works. Perfect.
All right. Okay.
So your 3 minutes start now.
Okay, thank you. Again, everyone, my name is Tanya from Multimedia Podcasts based out of Jakarta, Indonesia. Thank you for this opportunity for me to present to you about crypto for creators. It may be helpful for you to know that I am part of that growing legion of content creators worldwide, some 2 million pros and 50 million amateur creators. The biggest challenge for creators is still about getting paid for their work. And in large part, that's because there is no universal system that's easy to use for consumers to reward their customers. Although that's changing, fans and followers now have greater autonomy than ever before to reward their content creators using a peer-to-peer payment system. The current systems, however, are very much geography-based and tied to specific fiat currency. So here is the huge opportunity to create the shortcut of a peer-to-peer payment system using a cryptocurrency. But you may be asking, why crypto and why now? And that's largely because most of the creators and consumers are millennials and Gen Zs who are increasingly used to using cryptocurrency as a form of payment and reward. And for the creators themselves, the receiving coins enables them to participate in trade using crypto and having that as an added means of wealth creation for them. And so the solution is to create a service that's a peer-to-peer payment system using cryptocurrency. At present, the largest competitors are Venmo and Patreon. And they are, if you can think about them, as the world's largest tip jar. In 2020, their monthly revenue is $50 million a month. In 2021, that's expected to double. So the business model here is to create a system, a software system that enables, sorry, let me just switch my screen here. The solution is to provide a software system, blockchain as a service that enables easy trading for the platform of distribution, such as SiteDoor, SiteScript, Substack, Noise, Anchor.fm, as well as email clients such as MailChimp, Aweber, SendFox, just to name a few. This solution will allow the integration of that easy to use system, as I mentioned before. And the business model here is to receive from two folds, which is one is yearly subscription from the platform clients, and the other is from commissions from trade from the users themselves. Of course, not all platforms are created equal. Some have followers that are in tens of thousands, and others have some until in the millions. pretty much that's the solution and the opportunity for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tanya. So now we will proceed with the 3 minutes Q&A, which can start now for the judges to ask questions.
Okay. How do I stop screen? Hang on a second. But go ahead. I can take the questions.
This is Anders. So what is your revenue model?
So the revenue model is actually acquiring the clients, the platform clients, such as the distributors, such as SiteScript, Substack, and I don't know if you're familiar with any of these. These are the distributing platform for the content creations themselves. They can be video, they can be audio, they can be books, any creative genius at all. So they're already existing platforms with existing users. So that's why the revenue model is from subscription from the platform distributors. And that varies from anything from $30,000 US a year to 350,000 based on company size, and then residual on trails from trades from the users themselves for any crypto trade.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I don't know how to. Not letting me. I'm having problems with stopping the screen share. Sorry.
It's okay. You can keep it up while you answer the question.
One question. You mentioned crypto. This is because this is easy to give crypto around different countries.
Yes, sir. That's for sure.
Instead of using fiat. And this is mostly for independent content creator, or also for companies.
Yes, it can be for companies as well. But so the way that content creators work, I'm glad that you asked that question. Businesses do actually have content creation that they put out in public formats such as YouTube. And sometimes when they have products that's limited on a geographical base, and that can be difficult for their consumers to want to pay them for any of their products or services, or even for the actual content itself. So the cryptocurrency would solve that problem.
And you already choose what kind of crypto? Bitcoin, Ethereum, or you have your own crypto?
No, the idea is to build a software that is coin agnostic. So you build for the coins, and it's like a highway where you're not specific with any particular coins, because the idea is to be customized for the different platforms, and different platforms may already have tokens, their own unique token. So the idea is to accommodate for the basket of tokens that the platforms and the users prefer.
Okay. Thank you, Tanya.
You're welcome.
Tanya, you are already, are you already in the market?
No. So this is a pre-seed stage,
Okay.
not yet.
Please wrap up.
Sorry, I guess that was it.
Okay, thank you very much, Tanya, and also thank you for the judges for the questions. So yeah, now you can stop sharing.
I am trying to see. Okay, is that stopped? Has that stopped it?
Not yet. But while you stop sharing, up next we have Vault and Haiyani. So Haiyani, please get ready. As soon as Tanya stops sharing, you can share your screen.
Do you want to make yourself host again? Because I think
just go at the bottom of the screen, and then you click on stop sharing.
Okay, it's on my other screen. Okay, stop share. There you go. Sorry.
Thank you so much. No worries at all. Okay, so Haiyani, Vault, please get ready. Beautiful. So just make it full screen.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, your 3 minutes starts now.
Okay, hi, I'm Marina from VioServe. Today I'm going to pitch on our product, VioBot, a cybersecurity as a service that focuses on security governance and operations. Cybersecurity is known as complicated and difficult. We see lots of businesses suffered badly even after they already spent a lot. They have multi-vendors, layer of technology solutions that cause dependencies on IT vendors and consultant, incompetence resources due to lack of awareness, and also security not governed in business process and enforced as control policy. This triggers us to help businesses to simplify cybersecurity approach by educating and guiding them to manage their risk well, with informed decision that can be cost effective and mitigate quick. We envision ViaVot to be a point of reference in security governance and operation for similar mitigations and guided implementation based on best practices and industry standard, example like NSIT framework, ISO 27001. We have the capability to help businesses to guide to quickly identify and respond to security breaches and ensure business continuity is taken care of. So ViaVot provides a current state of risk level through our basic health check scanning, so businesses can prioritize and do quick fix based on our best practices recommendation. We also detail out the standards compliance by industry. This helps businesses to establish security governance to address the gap. This indirectly helps business operations to eliminate unnecessary redundancy. We also offer managed service as part of our mitigation suite for operational support. We focus on compliant-based industry, also called pandemic-proof business. Example, CNI, like telco, government, health, education, manufacturing, BFSI. For low-hanging fruits, we target SME due to huge number of them. In Indonesia alone, it's about 60 million. So if we cater up to 30%, it's already 18 million. Once they go digital, they need to be secure their digital assets. ViaVot is a B2B platform. It's a B2B tools that can be used by consultant, business, technology service partners as a tools in operations, risk management, lead generations. We offer freemiums on demands and subscription-based model. We have established partnership with reputable cybersecurity technology principal and service provider and successfully perform market validations and managed to create tractions nearly 300,000 USD in total since 2019. Our pipeline also growing since ViaVot inceptions 2019. We target to release beta version in November this year. Our team consists of security consultants, system experts, and also experienced BD. So we're looking forward to have you guys to change cybersecurity outlook.
Thank you so much, Haiyani, for the presentation. Now we will move on to the Q&A. So I'll start the 3 minutes and the judges can start making questions now.
Marina, maybe I can ask the first question. Hi,
yes,
Marina,
please go ahead.
Siva here.
Hi, Dr. Siva.
Good presentation. Thank you very much for that. Marina, which segment do you think is the biggest opportunity and how big do you think that opportunity is?
It's actually two. One is a CNII and the other one is actually under BFSI, which is financial. I believe.
So are you saying is for the financial industry? That means financial industry sector, banking, insurance, or
yes,
government?
including fintech, and CNII is actually government and all the manufacturing, because now everybody going for IoT. So that's a opportunity in security, because normally in IoT they left the security is not being addressed properly.
Okay, and for your current revenue, where is most of this revenue coming from? Which segment?
It's a government.
How many percent?
It's about 70%.
Okay, so 30% is from private sector.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Marina.
Thank you, Dr. Siva. Any other judge would like to ask a question to Haiyani?
Well, just one question. In the model, you are offering security or cybersecurity as a service. This is for another business. It's a business-to-business solution.
Yes, no, it's a B2B.
Yes. What is the main advantage? Because most of the companies, they create their own SOC, their own cybersecurity service, and they try to manage their cybersecurity officer because they want to have ownership on that. How you avoid that and offer that to the rest of the companies?
Okay, what makes us different is we focus more on the business impact and risk level. So we want them to have like a business governance in implementing security. What happened now, everyone wants to do security, but they don't really, operations, in terms of operations wise, they are working silo, not talking to even the HR, even the risk team are not working with the operation team. So we come and wanted to offer a comprehensive where we focus more on business impact and risk level.
Sure. I think that's a good business model, and the companies will have a lot of savings with your solution. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mariani, for the presentation. So up next, we will be having Temwin. So Adhika Solvatri, please get your deck ready and share screen with us.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
Very good, thank you.
Okay.
Share screen so that. Okay, we can see your screen. Just make it full and let me know you're ready. You ready?
Not yet.
Perfect.
Ini kata sih, Bapak mau baca? Enggak, Bapak mau baca, buatin kata.
Okay, please get ready.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, your 3 minutes starts now.
Hi, my name is Andika Zulbahri. I'm the founder and CEO of Temuin, and we start with the problems. Because of a pandemic, a lot of people got laid off and start looking for a job. They want to start a business but don't know how to start. So we come up with solution with Temuin. Temuin is a mobile application that provides on-demand services with a concept of sharing profit through network marketing. So the idea of Temuin, we combine network marketing and on-demand application such as transportation online and payment gateway. So they can be the self-made entrepreneur by selling our products and our license. Plus, they can make a passive income by recruiting their family and friends to use our products. So they can get so their family and friends can use our apps, and they can get sharing profit from the transactions. So the idea of the network marketing is to help the app grow organically with the strategy of word of mouth, so we can save some money on marketing and promotions. So our vision is to become a startup with the largest and first networking concept, and our mission is answering all community needs in digitalization era. And we see this opportunity because 78% of Indonesian people are active e-commerce users. So basically, there is more than 200 million potential customers. So here's our team members. And how can you earn income from Temuin app? Is by becoming our affiliate marketing and becoming our partners. Right now, we have 80 members, basically still a close family and a relative, because we still need the feedback from them. And the advantage of affiliate marketing of Temuin is small capital and one-time purchase only, product with high demand, flexible anywhere and anytime, active and passive income, no physical space needed, applicable app, unlimited distance. And here's our services. So every time your family and friends are using Ride, ordering food, buying grocery stores, they will get share profit from that transaction. So that's the beauty of it. And here's the Temu payment services. We pay electricity bills, water bills, and yes, you can get sharing profit from the transaction. So what Temuin want to build in the future? we want to build a marketplace, and we want to make a Temu promo, which we can see promos around us, what's going on around us, what's cheap, what's good. So there you have it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So now we will proceed with the 3 minutes of Q&A from the judges, starting from
Are you already in the market with the product?
Right now we are, we start soft launching on February. We are not grand launching yet. We still like developing the app and trying to get feedback from family and friends. But some of our relatives already started first, so they can get the first one to be the affiliate marketing members.
Is an independent affiliate marketing platform. You are not tapping into Google or anything else, right?
No.
You have been developing your own platform.
Yeah.
Very interesting. What is your marketing strategy to attract more users?
My marketing strategy is by using the social media, YouTube, Instagram, but the thing, the main strategy of Temuin is the word to mouth strategy. So they can grow organically by word to mouth. So we can save what we call in Indonesia is burning money. We can save money on promotion and marketing, but it's growing by word to mouth, because they know if they recruited more members, the more passive income they could get from their transaction.
Any more questions before the time is up?
Well, if no one wants to ask, Anika, tell me how you are going to charge the companies with that your monetization model. So you are paying to the marketers, but how you are going to charge the companies, and where is the revenue model?
I'm sorry.
Your monetization model, the revenue model. How do you are going?
My revenue is from one-time purchase subscription. So the revenue models that we can sell products and we can sell our license to the affiliate marketing. So the affiliate marketing, they could get profit. The company will get profit from selling our products and memberships, and then the application transaction. So those three are the main revenue of the Temuin.
No.
Thank you so much for your presentation, and thanks, judges, for the questions. Now we'll move on to our next startup today, which is Marina Business Investama. Please, Alfie, get ready.
How do you exit this? I'm sorry.
Just stop sharing. If you go to the bottom, it just says stop sharing.
Stop
There's
sharing.
an arrow at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Thank you.
So now Marina Business Investama, are you ready to share screen? Alif, can you hear me? Maybe it's a connection issue. While we wait for Alif, perhaps we can move on to healthcare technology IoT. Wendy, if you can start sharing your screen with us.
Maybe about 1 minute.
Okay. Perfect. Just make it full screen and let me know that you're ready.
Yeah, I will have Dr. Pramod.
Sir, Chandrasekhar sir, solve silent. Hello, good afternoon. Just a moment. Yeah.
Okay, please let me know once you're ready so that I can start your 3 minutes.
Yes, yes, just in few seconds.
Dr. Pramod, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. Is my full screen seen?
No.
What about now?
It's not in full screen yet. Yes, now we can see full screen. Okay, so your 3 minutes will start now.
Okay, good afternoon to distinguished judges and investors, and all to my co-entrepreneurs. Abbas Wellness Indian Bharat from Malaysia, me, Dr. Pramod, and Miss Wendy, the co-founders. We have been building this company for the last couple of years. The subsidiaries through which we do the operations is Vitichaman Cots, which is in the 5th year of operations, wholly owned by Abbas. And we're the sole vendor for Vitichaman Medical. So one does the medical technology and development, and other does the clinical validation and go to the market. So it's everything under one roof. So we have a team of doctors, nurses, and software developers. The purpose is to serve and support the people right from cradle to grave. So from newborn, juvenile diabetes, hospitalization, digital pathology, and all the way when death happens, we want to do a no-cut, non-invasive autopsy. And from Malaysia, we want to go to the regional ASEAN countries and more so the RCEP. Those who have unfortunately lost their loved ones, this is a classical autopsy, is the true in all the ASEAN countries. Body is cut, organs taken out, skull is opened. Now you see, look at how we do a non-invasive autopsy. Body remains in the body bag, whole body scan in 2 minutes, and our high performance computing medical image visualization can actually do a digital dissection by the forensic pathologist and the doctor. You can see the muscles, you can see under the muscle layer, you can see the bone, you can do measurements, analysis, and let's say somebody, even natural death like diabetes, kidney disease, you can just take out the kidney digitally and analyze. And once the kidney is taken, the diagnosis has to be done by histopathology. So for that, our second product, that is a solution, we have a digital pathology where we convert digital glass slides with a whole slide imaging. These are our clinical validation done by various experts. And we already have a customer in Malaysia in one of the hospitals, and we are ready for mass launch. This is the software one with the various analytics. I won't go into the technical details. But then it enables the artificial intelligence and the clinical decision support system. We can integrate both of them. And coming to the third one, which is our DiaCare, the diabetes statistics does show that. So we have a DiaCare, which is an app, the self-care book by the patients themselves, and eventually able to get the test strips and the results and the nutrition coaching and everything into one hand only. We are going to put this onto the platform of the COVID care and the post-COVID rehabilitation. We have done almost 25,000 cases and even 900 on a single day. These are our customers which we have been serving, and we have been making their working space safe and COVID-free. And now with the COVID finishing, we are going to get this diabetic care and the various other products to be launched into the same platform. So that's our whole story. If you see from the right hand to the left hand side, from COVID care to non-invasive autopsy to digital pathology and to finally to diabetic care. May all be well. That's our motto. And thank you very much for the opportunity. Please do reach us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the presentation, Dr. Pramod. And now we're going to move on to the questions for the judges. So the judges can ask questions now.
Are you cash flow positive now?
Okay, the DiaCare is yet to go into a mass launch. The digital pathology, yes, already launched, having customer cash flow positive. And the non-invasive autopsy, not yet, because of the bigger infrastructure that is required. But we are going to have our first paying customer in India, institute called St. John's National Institute of Health Sciences.
What kind of margin do you get at EBITDA or net profit level in your ones which you are making some money?
The net profit, yes, I can talk the gross profit because the net profit is difficult, but the gross profit is around 18%.
1/8?
1/8.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So the DICARE, the differentiator between other competitors is people focus only on medicine supply, focus only on nutrition, focus only on coaching, but we have fused everything into one single lab. So based on the patient's blood glucose value, every day dynamically it's going to give the nutrition counseling, and based on the weight, based on the HbA1c, the app is going to suggest the exercise robot is going to suggest how much of exercise, today more, today less, because the blood glucose has been varying. So it's going to be a very data-driven diabetic management to prevent the complications, prevent the blindness, and prevent the amputation, because the smartphones is able to take a photograph of the eye and the wound that happens on the feet. So our focus is preventing blindness and preventing amputation. We are not trying inside the heart, the kidney and all, because the hand of the patient is the smartphone, which can take photographs.
Okay, thank you for that. Any more questions?
Yes. Well, doctor, there is any special equipment that have to be also bought by the hospitals for that solution?
Yes, so what we do is the next revenue generation model is, once we have a sufficient number of diabetic patients, is going to be a subscription model to the hospital. So a doctor, when sees a patient, don't have to be searching the patient's diary, what was the blood glucose last week or 3 months before something happened, you went to some other place. So it will be possible for the doctor just to scan the QR code of the patient in the app and get all the data of blood glucose, what the food patient has eaten, and what exercise it has been done, with an upper control and lower control limit, and with a data analytic pattern as to so that the doctor will be winner, as the doctor can customize the medication of the patient in a much better way with all the data right on the dashboard of the doctors. That's in the pipeline.
Are you utilizing any wearables for tracking purpose, or it has to be keyed by the patient?
Yeah, it has to be a glucometer, but we are in the process of doing a glucometer with our collaborator in Taiwan, which is a Bluetooth. It's just they have to prick so that no fudging of data. Automatically, our app will pull the data from the Bluetooth enabled glucometer.
Okay, thank you so much for that. The presentation and the questions.
Thank you very much.
Time is up. So we need to move to the next startup of today. But of course, there's going to be opportunity to network at the end of our event for us to be able to talk more to the founders. So is Marina Business Investama Alif, are you here? Also, kindly, Dr. Pramon, could you stop sharing your screen?
Yes, doing now.
Perfect. And if Alif is not here, then we're going to move forward with Jean-Daniel Gauthier from Myriad Social. So Jean-Daniel, please get ready.
Just a moment. I'm sorry for that.
No worries. It's at the bottom of your screen. You can see
yes.
sharing.
It's not clicking the thing. My apologies.
There should be a red button, stop sharing.
Yes, sir. I'm clicking that, but it just says hide and not letting me click that. Yeah,
okay, I managed to fix it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now we can now let me just re-enable the sharing. Okay, should be ready by now. So please Myriad Social, Jean Daniel, get ready and share your screen with us.
Hello, everyone. Okay, I am going to attempt to share my screen. Let's see what's going to happen, yes?
Please.
So, this should be the right screen. This should be the right window. 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
All right. Could you please confirm that you're
Loading.
seeing this very well? Could you please confirm that?
It's still loading.
Oh, it's still loading. It's still loading. Okay.
Yes.
Our connection might be a bit slow.
You are using 2 monitors, right?
I am using 2 monitors. This is.
Can you switch because we are seeing a black monitor, a black screen.
Ah, okay. I am going to attempt switching then.
Correct. Well done.
Can you
Now it
see
works.
something now? Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. And if
All
you
right.
have your internet a bit unstable, maybe you
Yes,
stop
we
your
see
camera.
perfectly now.
All right. I am going to stop my video right now. Finishing my setup. Double quick, and I think we can actually start.
Are you ready to start?
I am ready to start.
Beautiful. So your 3 minutes starts now.
Okay,
Go.
so thank you for having me here, and hello everyone, and selamat siang to everyone in Indonesia. So I am Jean Daniel Gauthier. You can call me Danny, the CEO of Myriad Social. So what is Myriad Social? Well, if you look at it from an abstract point of view, we are a Web3 social platform on the top of Web2 current services. In practice, that means that we're using decentralized technologies, blockchain for NFT and cryptocurrencies. And it means that on Myriad and off Myriad, you can own your content, and that users can send tip to each other, but also send tip to content that's outside the platform. So this is our team. Just to give a shout out to this guy here and that guy here. We've been working together for quite a long time. This guy here, Barton, has written his own blockchain from scratch. And this guy is Gilang, and he's been an industry leader for several years right now, blockchain in Indonesia. So they are really cool guys. We're good friends. Needed to be said. So the problem we're trying to answer right now is that social media, they are called social, but they are really owned by only a handful of corporations. And for something that's used by more than 2 billion people daily, those people, those users, they can't decide much about what they can do on those platforms or how they can advertise or monetize their content. So what we're proposing is features that allow you to, for instance, turn your profile into your profile and your content into NFTs, which are blockchain verified certificate of ownership that you can buy and sell. So you actually own your content. We replace algorithm by content that's curated by users. And of course, there is this tipping thing that you can do on and off Myriad. But I would like to actually deviate, if possible, just a little while from this presentation and show you how it works in real time. So here is our alpha demo. It's on testnet already. And here you can see that I have a timeline from some test users who are actually real people. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy my Twitter status here, right? And I'm going to import it into Myriad here. And you should see that it appears here into Myriad. And now I'm going to send it a tip. So it should be someone else's content, or it wouldn't make sense. But let's say I'm sending it one AUSD stablecoin. And here I have tipped content that's outside of Myriad from within Myriad. So if it's your content, for instance, I need to sign the transaction, and also I'm going to go back to to the deck. But let's say that if it's your post that I'm tipping, later when you join Myriad, you can claim these tips by identifying your social media timeline. So feature-wise, basically want to make sure that user can tip and get tipped as quickly as possible. And next, what's important is to be able to find your Web2 content, so Facebook, Reddit, and all that on Myriad, so you aren't cut off from your favorite creators and communities. And then we're going federated, which means you can host your own Myriad server and run a community there, which is going to be governed by its own community DAO. And this is basically, okay, this is us. How we function as a platform. We have a metaverse and a chat, and the rest is for the 3-minute questions. I'm Danny, and that was me. And that was Myriad.
Thank you so much, Danny. And now it's time for the judges to ask questions. So the 3 minutes start now.
Do you want to see my face while I'm answering questions?
Please. Okay, judges, don't be shy. Please ask your questions.
So let me ask a question, Maribel. Danny, why did you create this? Why did you create this product? What is the need or the problem that you saw that you created this product?
So this is a good question. Well, the problem is that you have 2 billion people who basically give away their content to social media platform right now, without seeing any clear ownership for this content and without being able to monetize it the way they want. So basically, now if you're a content creator, you need to you need to comply to a lot of sometimes very unfair rules from YouTube, from Twitter, from Facebook, from wherever you advertise. Not only that, but you're not free to advertise and trade your content as you want. Meaning that if I create a video, I can't decide whether I want to sell a single instance of this video or 3 or 5 and for which price each. So Myriad as a platform can help doing that through the use of NFTs and through the use of tipping.
And in terms of tipping, it's only Myriad users who can do the tipping. That means you must be signed into Myriad and you're a Myriad user, then we do the tipping.
So if you're a Myriad user, you can tip. If you're not a Myriad user, you can receive tips and claim them when you join Myriad. Basically, on blockchain, you need a wallet anyway to send and receive cryptocurrencies. So it's just a matter of adding a wallet, which is something pretty normal for people who use blockchain already.
Okay. You have your own token for this project?
Yes, we are having the Myriad token, which is going to be used for DAO participation. So how you steer the platform is going to give you some voting rights. You're going to have to spend it also if you want to advertise on the platform or mint some land on the metaverse. But we're also using any available cryptocurrency right now. We're adding as much as we can, so people can tip each other in stable coins because they are stable.
What are the likely? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just asking what are the likely profiles and region of the users that will likely adopt this service very quickly when it's launched?
All right, so right now we are having quite a lot of traction in Vietnam. I think Indonesia is also a very good place to start. We haven't launched our full marketing campaign yet because we're focusing on polishing the product. But creators, mostly creators from Southeast Asia first, and then the rest of the world, because really we want it to be accessible for as many people as we can.
What profile or demographics?
Millennials to Gen Z, tech savvy, might understand blockchain or not.
Understand. What is the value it brings to brand or product owners when their call to action is to purchase their products or services rather than content?
For digital products, actually, you can have a very shortened funnel if you sell it as an NFT. So you can actually have a quick link to the platform where you've published your content. Now, through features like user curation, collection content management, and all these kind of things, community management is actually a big things we are planning for the product. So
Thank
that's
you so much.
You're most welcome. Sorry, I'm so talkative.
No. I love it. Actually, I'm very happy to see that the judges have a lot of questions. Unfortunately, the 3 minutes are up by now. But please, we're more than happy to continue in the networking session. So before we move into our final and know the winner and everything, we still I still want to give a chance to Marina Business Investama. Alif, are you here with us? Okay, I guess he couldn't make it. So if that's the case, it means that we have now come to the end of our pitch session. Thank you very much for the pitches and questions. And now, judges, you have exactly 2 minutes to finish your voting. Please remember to evaluate each startup based on investment potential from 1 to 5, as you know. So the 2 minutes will start now. Okay, so now the countdown begins, right? The voting is officially closed. Now I would like to go around our panel of judges, and I'll be asking 3 of you some questions. If I could start with Malika. Malika, if you were to give an advice today to the participants, what would that be?
That's a good question. So I think, having spent some time investing in Indonesia, one thing that we tend to be a little more concerned about and spend a lot of time on is understanding market timing. Sometimes I think we look at really incredible models in other parts of the world and believe that it's the right time to replicate that, but we may have not spent enough time actually studying the model in the context of Indonesia. So I think a piece of advice for all budding entrepreneurs that are looking to build businesses in emerging markets, especially one as nuanced as Indonesia, I think it's really important to spend a lot of time understanding your customers, understanding the pain points, and really spending that time to verify those pain points as well. So that kind of happens in the beginning. And I think the more work you put into it, the better of a model and a product you'll be able to create.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that advice. And now if I would like to ask, if I could ask Jilong Ong, if you were to give an advice to the participants today, what would you tell them?
Yeah, I think my advice would be, think about the competition, because I think what I've realized is most of the startups over here, I think what they are trying to solve, the problem they're trying to solve, there's actually quite a number of other startups and other solutions in the same space. So I think it's probably essential to highlight how you're better and what is your competitive advantage. And I also realize this is what most investors are also asking as well. how are you different from the competitors. So I think thinking along that lines and differentiating yourself amongst the other competitors will be very important.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that good piece of advice. And now I would like to ask Navin. Navin, if you were to give an advice today to the participants, what would that be?
So I have to echo actually what the other two mentioned, which is quite equivalent. Many of the presentations, either we have personally invested ourselves in Indonesia, or we have seen across to many different engagements, whether it's conferences or it's accelerator programs in Indonesia, quite similar solutions. So it's actually quite accurate to say that we really need to know how are they different from the existing players in the market. I mean, I understand Indonesia is a huge market, which means tremendous opportunities for multiple verticals. And the fact we have two dual unicorns in e-commerce alone tells you the potential is there. But at the same time, that also opens a new problem, which is that how are you different from the others? And so for seasoned investors like us who have seen a lot of this similar, we are trying very hard to understand how are you different, because I see quite similar thing. So if you can hone in straight away on that fact, or do the market research to understand how are you different, it helps a lot. And then we can directly identify, okay, so that's how you're standing out. Because we know that you are solving this problem, which is a common problem in Indonesia. What we are trying to understand is that how are you different from the others in the market which are competing in the same space?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Navin. And I really hope that this advice is very helpful to all of you founders, because, you know, this is just part and parcel of being a founder and an entrepreneur. And of course, we want to support you in this journey. That's why we have this amazing panel of judges with us here today. So now it will be time for us to go and check internally the results of the voting from the judges. So while you allow me to do that, please, I'm gonna leave you with one song. I hope that you enjoy. Bear with me, I'll try to be very quick so that we can come back with amazing news for everyone. Okay, I'll be back. Okay. Okay, so we're back. Let me just move to the next slide. So before announcing the winners, because of course it's time to find out which startup shine the brightest today, and I am sure all of you are as curious as I am, I would like to first thank everyone and also share that the 3 startups winning today events will be guaranteed finalists in Indonesian Startup and Tourism Insight 2021. Thanks to our strategic partner, Stefanus Wadija, founder of Business Indonesia Singapore Association. So additional perks for all the participants of today's event is that you will get a free full version of Storybody for 1 month, plus an exclusive invite on a session about how to create your company's brand awareness more effectively. And this is thanks to our partner Phoenix from Stories of Asia and Storybody. So now without further ado, it is time to announce the winners. And something very interesting just happened. So I'll start by sharing who came up in 3rd place. And the 3rd place goes to Firebolt. Congratulations.
Yay, thank you.
You're welcome. Now we have a tie. You know, we have 2 winners. So actually there's 2nd place and 1st place only for this battle, which is very interesting. So the tie of the 1st place actually goes to okay. Congratulations to Abos Wellness and Marian Social. The judges have voted, and both of you, your average rate is 3.5. So thank you very much, everyone. It's a great session. And now, before finishing our event, I will pass the mic over to Mr. Oy to lead the networking session of today's event. Mr. Oy, over to you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Oy, are you here with us?
No, he's muted.
Oh, sorry. It's okay now?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay, well, I hope you all enjoyed the session. I hope you had some interesting insights into what people are doing in Indonesia in terms of startups. Great. So now is a networking session. So anyone free to make a comment, ask questions. You know, feel free to interact. Yeah, this is the place. This is the network. Anyone has any comments or questions?
Please, Dr. Pramont.
Yes, firstly, thank you very much for all the feedback and everything. And being in healthcare and being kind of in wellness is always a challenge in startup, because when we have pitched in other sessions or to investors, they would want the more sexy, the fintech, the IoT, the deep tech, pure artificial intelligence, machine learning. Oh, this is healthcare, has been there for hundreds of years. How different will the app play? People wants to just go and meet a family doctor, but seeing the different trend, and especially when COVID hit us, so instead of we shrinking back into the traditional clinics and everything, so we thought we will pivot and come out of it and give the power to the customers, gives it to the people. Because once COVID goes, we thought it's going to be diabetes, it's going to be cancers, and that's how we have started our journey. I know it's a very still baby steps. Even though 4-5 years in business, we are trying to refine our business model, and with all the feedback from all the learned judges and investors, we should reach somewhere. I mean, if not an unicorn, a bit of a corn. That's all from my side.
Very good.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pramont. And congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's all a teamwork. It's actually Wendy and all our team of doctors, the various doctors, nurses. In fact, my doctors, nurses themselves got COVID trying to do swabbing, trying to do help in the pandemic. I told them, even if we don't make much money, let's do our part to treat the pandemic. Because if pandemic is controlled, economy comes back. If economy comes back, then it's good for everybody's business, not just ours business. So we have been, and we are not done only in the clinic, in factories, in grounds, imagine with the PP, my doctors, nurses in PP for 6 to 8 hours swabbing. Like one day we had 900 to be swabbed because they wanted to start the factory. So I'm really grateful, and it's been a fantastic teamwork. And in fact, I'm stuck in some other place, and then Wendy has been handling, and that tells us that having a great team of co-founders, a great team of management layer is the first step for the entrepreneurs to become success. It's an amazing journey till now.
Very good. Anybody else would like to make a comment? So where's the guy from Myriad? I thought he was going to sing a song.
He's here. Danny, you're
can.
still here with us, right?
I still can, but I think I care for your ears more than you guys do. So I will shut up. Well,
congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. So basically, like, you want a little word or something?
No, that's up to you.
Okay, well, just saying it's great, you know, like to have had this opportunity. It always makes me very happy when the potential of Myriad Social is recognized when compared to the main social media giants right now, because it comforts me, and it validates further the fact that people start to recognize that we need a change in our social media panorama, in our social media landscape right now, and that users, the people who make internet what it is, who make the web what it is, should have it back for themselves. And small content creators, small commerces, individuals and small companies should actually have more chances and more control about how they do their business online and about how they behave online. And this, as a domino effect, will bring more quality for us also as users who can access better content, better products, a better mood, because it's so rare now to find good mood on the internet. Everybody is always shouting at each other. So I really hope this year is the start of something that can change all that, if only a little, and bring opportunities and better mood for at least some people.
Yeah, I think this private content creators are getting more and more, and they need to find a place, yeah, because traditionally content has been controlled by the media companies. They control the licensing and the revenue and so on. So a lot of independent young creators don't have this opportunity because, you know, it's very limited avenue open to them. So with this platform, more people will be able to join and then offer more choices and alternative to the consumers. So I think it's a good thing, and it's going to be the future, no?
Well, yes, I think this is going to be the future too. You're talking to a guy who in 2011 had a project of designing open source shoes. So I've been concerned with this content content ownership thing for quite a long while. Now blockchain technology makes it viable and makes it provable. And Web3, in any case, this is the next step. It's here. It's not even the future. Now it's just a matter of seeing the adoption ramp up, because that's how it's going to happen.
Yeah, with everything else, it's all a double-edged sword. Yes, whatever good, there is also the bad side. I think what we are facing today is the information explosion. You know, there's too much content out in the market. The number of books that are being published, the amount of music that's being published in your lifetime, you'll never be able to listen to all of them or to see all of them, right? Because while information explosion is so big, our human mind doesn't grow any extra large. So our capacity to receive is still limited, no? So what is going to happen in the future when there is too much content, too much information out there, and our minds are limited to only one fraction of it? What do you think would be the situation then?
Well, you know, there is something. It's a bit personal. I'm sorry, right? I moved to Indonesia in 2006, and from France, it taught me something. You know, in here there is a huge focus on community, and community is the key to resilience. Suicide rates in Indonesia, for instance, are really low because of the importance of community and communication within community. And I think we don't need to actually see all the content, and this FOMO when it comes to content is artificial, but we need to find our people. We need to find people we feel good with and who enable us to have a good life and to enjoy what we do. So this is why, for instance, Myriad is federated. It's going to be a community of communities. And I think it's the right approach. You're digital, you're dematerialized, you're Web3, or you're at home with your neighbors, or you know, with your fellow workers or something like that. It's pretty much the same. And we want to enable that.
Yeah, there's another founder startup that Intiana. She's also in the similar space, right? Content creation and using crypto. So I'm not sure if Tanya is still around.
Yes, Tanya is still here with us.
Okay, what's your comment, Tanya?
Well, that's great. It validates that this idea of universal tipping is actually something that's growing, and it's just a matter of time. So congratulations to all the winners, and also for Myriad in particular, who I think validates this concept.
Yeah. Thank you.
We couldn't hear you very well, Tanya.
Maybe it's because I'm sorry to hear that. I'm using my laptop on my web my web mic.
Now we can hear you.
Oh yeah, thank you. That's actually fantastic. It validates the concept and the idea that I believe is valid and worthwhile, and something that's coming. And obviously, as Jean Gauthier pointed, it's actually already here. So yeah, blockchain developers is the future.
Yeah, if you let me say something, I'm sure that since 2008 or to the beginning of 2009, where the white paper for Bitcoin and blockchain arrived to the world, everything changed, and those decentralized applications that now are giving freedom to the world and ownership, as you mentioned, and the content creation will not be prohibited specifically by the content platforms, that they can tell you who is allowed or not to present the content. And that's one main thing that also we have to take in consideration.
Yeah, as I said, you know, everything has two sides of the coin. Everything positive can have a negative part. So if you misuse this, then something negative would happen. If you use that to create propaganda or to promote hate speech and, you know, cause, you know,
yes,
division.
but if you do that, for sure, everybody will know, because you will put a seal in your timestamp and your name in all the content creation that you are posting with the blockchain. There's no way you can avoid that. So I think that will create visibility to all the creators and who did whatever they are doing. And we can ban, every person is capable of choice, have a choice to what you want to see or what you don't want to see.
Sure. So what you are referring to is the peer-to-peer management, right? So if you are out of line, then the majority will stop you from doing it. But the problem with our society is that we are often, everyone is different. So we will end up having two camps. Some will be on one side and the other will be on side. So we are already in a very divided world. Even in the US, they are very divided. One group is for the Trump and the other group is for Biden. So, it might be not so easy to manage.
So if I may, we actually have thought about it long and hard, and even within our team, it's we've had steamy discussions about all these things, and you're right. I mean, any kind of information does mean exactly that, any kind of information, and notwithstanding people who would have an agenda, there are also like trolls or people who just want to upload like terrible things for the sake of doing it. So we have come up with actually a system of decentralized moderation that we will integrate into the platform, which makes sure that you don't have a centralization of power around one or a group of moderators. So basically, every user can have the chance of becoming a moderator if so they want. And the more users, the more moderators will be available. And since it's going to go in a round-robin fashion, you can't moderate twice in a row and everything. So we're taking, let's say, blockchain-inspired methods to make sure that the moderation is effective, done by the users, and decentralized. Because there is some garbage, like even like illegal things, like grossly illegal things that's illegal everywhere in the world, like this. You want it off of the platform. So to help server owners to actually clean the garbage, we have this decentralized moderation system.
Yeah.
Let's see how it works.
So how long have you been in Indonesia?
Oh, I've been, the first time I set foot on Indonesian ground was in '99. And I moved there in 2006 for reals. I've been moving around. I lived in Singapore also for a little while. It's
so you have an Indonesian wife? Or?
well, if anyone else is interested in the audience or something, yes.
You hear that, girls?
I have a fantastic wife, 2 fantastic kids, and and fantastic in-laws. I'm very lucky.
Right. So
how
Indonesian,
come you didn't stay in Singapore? What made you choose Indonesia instead of Singapore?
Oh, that's a very I'm a very go with the flow type of guy. Well, at least before I got married, I was. And at some point, I had an opportunity to do business in Singapore, so I stayed in Singapore. And then I had another opportunity back in Indonesia, so I went back to Indonesia. Could have been South Korea or Spain, but it was back to Indonesia.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you speak the language, I assume, huh?
I actually have a minor in Indonesian.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I've been learning it since year 2000. I actually even like gave poetry a try in Indonesian, because it's a beautiful beautiful, creative language I'm deeply in love with.
Bisa dong.
Bisa dong. Bisa dong, Pak.
Well, that's very nice to hear. I want to learn.
I can give you a primer, just hit me up.
Okay. Next time I know who to ask.
You can tip me on Myriad.
Oh.
Yes, for sure.
What's the minimum amount of the tip?
Oh, actually, like I think right now it's $1 in stable coin, but since it's the testnet, so it doesn't mean anything yet. We aren't on the main net yet.
Okay, so very good. We hope all these startup will become successful and grow to be a unicorn at some stage. Yeah. So, anyone else would like to jump in, say something, or we still have 13 people online. Yeah.
Teman-teman Indonesia di mana nih? Ayo, jangan malu. Our Indonesian friends, come on, don't be shy.
Yeah. Oh.
Tanya is back.
I want to really point out that I'm so really happy to learn about Alkaline, and that's something that I hope that it takes off, because I know that can benefit a lot of people. So, learning quite a bit from the other contestants as well, and the different opportunities that are out there. So it's very exciting to learn. So well done, Haiyani.
So what do you think of the advent of NFT? You think it will take off in a big way, or is it going to be minor?
Oh yeah, it's fantastic in terms of like being able to tokenize something. So that's definitely down the line, and that's going to be just a common service that's going to be available. So in terms of a blockchain as a software service, that's going to be something that, let's say you have a famous painting that you'd like to have, or maybe the painting behind you, and then you'd like to be able to monetize on that. And one day, and even today, you can actually tokenize that and make smart contracts out of that. So that's something from a blockchain software perspective that is completely doable. Even though you don't own the original artwork in terms of like the creation, but if you own that particular painting, you can then tokenize it. So that's just one of the applications that we have. So I'm very thrilled about that.
Yeah, I've actually been very interested about like understanding how this works. To be honest, I'm no expert at all, but how do you go about tokenizing like a real painting? How do you go into putting a real painting into an NFT?
Well, there are services actually that does that for you, basically. So the thing to take into account is they want to authenticate, verify, and create a digital signature for your product. And so that's uniquely particular to that particular item that you want to tokenize. And so that service is already available out there. So if you have something, maybe a piece of song or an art or poetry or an ebook, like to do that and sell, and what's called the smart contracts, that's a service that's already available.
Yeah, I think it's a very interesting area, and it's many things are happening and really fast.
So as a theoretical question, if you have a piece of art and you tokenize it, you create an NFT, you sell it, can you sell it again and again? Whereas a digital book, you can sell it again and again, right? You sell a digital book to someone, then you can sell the same digital book to millions of other people at the same price. What about this NFT? Can you resell it over and over again?
Right. So that's actually a very interesting, the example, a real life today example, the NBA has clips that they sold for hundreds and thousands of dollars. And so you're buying a clip, so a moment that's already passed, and it's not even the entire game. You're just buying the highlight reels. So what's that good? What good does that do for you as the owner of that clip? If you are actually, if you basically get a royalty out of it when it plays. So you're still broadcast, you can still broadcast the use of that clip, and then you would own a piece of royalty for every time that's shown. So that's one example of it.
It's kind of like a pay-per-view system.
I'm not exactly sure how that's shared for the owner of the NBA clips. I mean, if, for example, ESPN were to replay those highlight clips, they pay now the royalty to the clip owner. They don't pay the royalty to NBA for showing that. They would show that to the particular holder of that smart contract. In that particular example. So, but I guess if you have a movie that you played on, yeah, it would be pay-per-view. So if you have a movie that's played on Netflix or something, you own it.
Yeah, so when you compare to real life, if you're an artist, you have one masterpiece that you painted. Once you've sold it, it's gone. You know, you don't have ownership of that art piece anymore. You know, so you're saying that with NFT, once you sold it, you still have it. That NFT is sold, you got your money, but that piece still stays in your home, and you're still looking at it while you've sold it on an NFT.
Right. Yeah,
is that what it is?
Yeah, you can do that. So, Paoy, you're a master artist, and you created a painting, and then you can sell the actual original hardware painting to somebody else. And that becomes actually a question on whether somebody buys it, then whether they would also own future rights to, who owns the future rights to the tokenization. I mean, there's a debate on that when a model was taken a picture of a photographer who sold pictures, but she is the model in that picture. She was able to tokenize all the photographs that's sold by that photographer. She owned the NFT rights to that. So I think people in the blockchain world are still kind of figuring out the rules as being figured out as we go right now.
So it's still in the stage of transformation. It's still in the state of change.
Yeah.
In a state of development. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a contract. So it's a contract that that many parties would have to agree upon, and that's part of what that smart contract includes is the agreement, how that is divided, how the shares are divided. So,
so can I jump in?
Sure.
Anya?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, this physical thing is actually it's actually pretty interesting. Like if you have a statue or painting or something like that, you sell the NFT, you keep the painting. It's an example that's brought pretty often in discussions around NFTs, and actually, what's happening is. An NFT is a certificate of property. So basically, it's a digitalized blockchain I will say it, verifiable certificate of property. So you just like a paper certificate, it can change hands, while the original piece of art can stay in the same museum or in the same vault or in the same emplacement. Now, what's interesting is that for other physical pieces, what can be put into the NFT is actually a legal license for utilization that's actually enforceable legally. That said, I have this saying that I actually stole from someone, and I don't remember who, so credits to them. Technology makes things easier, but it doesn't make people nicer. So there will always be a way to to pirate things and to do unauthorized things. The only thing is, how easy do we make it for people to access the legal copy of something, the legal version of something? Because if it's more of a bother to pirate something than to pay a model fee for it, well, then we just pay a model fee. And for instance, Spotify is a very good example of it. Now, there is just another thing I want to say about NFTs before I shut my mouth, is that NFTs actually, it stands for non-fungible token, and it's not just about certificates. It's a collection of data that is transferable and that doesn't have a one-to-one correspondence when it comes to its value. So a dollar is always equal to a dollar, but an NFT's value can vary for the same thing. And technically, it's a collection of data, right? And it's been used in blockchain implementation. I did something with a big bank somewhere, I can't say, but which uses NFTs for very technical purpose. And when it comes to digital native content, this is something that's extremely interesting because you can encode into the NFT images, you can encode texts, and you can build actually system where there is really one unique digital piece of data that is gonna change hands depending on what the contract says, and whose profit are gonna be distributed depending on what the contract says. So there is a cleavage between digital and physical, but I think that this is something that we're going to deal with the same way that we're dealing with music, with movies, we're going to deal with it as it goes, and as it goes, we're going to keep on enjoying it.
So let's say currently we're using the system called IP, intellectual property. Once you register the IP, then you are the owner of that whatever intangible product, and you can license it out. But with NFT, you don't need to do an IP protection. So that becomes obsolete because it's either you IP it in the what do you call the IP protection legal whatever body, and now you don't need them because you just have to get an NFT on it, and then that will be a kind of an IP protection. Would you say that it is the same?
Tanya, do you want to get this one? Because I talk so much.
That's interesting because that's almost deeply philosophical as well as legal. I don't know the answer to that one.
So,
because if you have a brand like say Nike were to tokenize its logo, for example, first of all, Nike would never sell their tokenized logo, for example, and yeah, and would they not need to have the intellectual property? I probably would think they would still need it regardless of it being tokenized. Because if it's something is an object that has such a high value of being copied, and then there may be nations that don't recognize the NFT rights elsewhere. So that old version of that intellectual property would still be. And plus, you can't make an NFT without the approval of the person who owns it rightfully. And typically, the person who claims ownership of it is kind of like the old-fashioned IP rights. It's sort of the hard copy certificate almost of like the digital version of it. I would think, how would you even be able to say that or claim that you own something?
Yeah, see, with the traditional IP registration, I don't know, this copyright and so on, they have a time limit. So like a pharmacy, so you can only own that IP for 10 years or 20 years, whatever. Once the time is out, so you no longer have protection, anyone can copy it. But with NFT, is perpetual, or do they also have a time limit?
Again, it's a smart contract, so it's what you put into the contract.
Yep.
Right? It's the agreement between all parties. So it doesn't self-destruct like in, Mission Impossible probably does. It probably has a historical data of what is on there and what is not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for this opportunity, everybody, but I have to get going. And
yeah.
And Maribel.
Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you, Tanya.
All the best.
Thank you, Tanya. It's amazing to finally see you here, and I'm very happy that you participated. I hope that this brings a lot of visibility because it will go in all the social media, and that many good things come to you and your brand. Thank you. I really, really appreciate your time, and yeah, thank you for coming.
Thank you all the judges as well.
Yeah, thank you for the insights. Great to learn something.
Oh, you're still here, Andres.
Yeah, I've been listening in.
Everybody.
Bye. Very good. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, I also need to jump. Take care, guys. Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a nice
Thank
rest
you.
of the
Bye.
day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Everyone.
All right. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. See you.